Babawo, ìṣòwò alálẹ̀. Yeah, owó tẹ san yẹn, owó tẹ́lẹ̀ fẹ́ san yẹn, owó ńlá ni, 200,000. Nígbà gbé yín lọ sí ibi tẹ́tí fẹ́ lọ ṣètùtù. Sí wàhálà, èmi ò ń ṣe ọmọ Yorùbá tó máa sọ pé kẹ́lẹ́sìn má ṣẹ̀sìn ẹ̀. Àfáà gan níjọ́wọ́ nìyẹn tó lóun fẹ́ lọ ṣe kinní nìkan. Bóyá wọ́n fẹ́ lọ ṣe ìná kinní kan tó fẹ́ lọ ṣe iṣẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ mára wọn. Òun náà ó sanwó ni. Màá dẹ̀ dúró tẹ́ máa fi ṣe tán ní ìrànyìn. Yeah. Ọba bá wo bá a ṣe ń lọ yìí ká tó débi tẹ́tí fẹ́ lọ ṣètùtù tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣe. Ẹ ṣètùtù Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣẹ́gbọ́. Ètùtù tí mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ kẹ́ ṣe ti Nàìjíríà ni wípé gbogbo àwọn tó bá ti tóbi dórí yín, tóbi dórí ọmọ yín sínétọ̀ tó bá ti ń lọ́wọ́ sí ìpadà sẹ́yìn orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àbí orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá tó sọ pé orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá kán kú bí ajá ṣe ń kú tòun tògbóró inú ẹ̀. Ẹ bá ṣàdúrà yẹn mi ò ní gbé yín next time. Ẹ pé mo rí ìsìlámù lálẹ́ ṣuṣu yìí tí mo gbé yín pé ẹ ṣe kẹ́dẹ̀ ṣàdúrà fáwọn olólùfẹ́ mi gbogbo pé kọ́dún kò tù wọ́n lára. Ṣẹ́gbọ́n Babawo ẹgbà bọ́m mo gbà tí ẹ jáde. Babawo mo fẹ́ rí ìtìkíní kan hàn yín bóyá ẹ lè fi ṣàdúrà. Ọ̀rọ̀ ká máa gbàdúrà ká máa ṣẹbọ ká máa ṣòdì ká máa fètùtù ká máa gbàdúrà fún orílẹ̀-èdè. Èmi ò gbàgbọ́ nú ẹ̀. Ẹ má bínú o. Mo wò wípé ẹ̀tàn ní gbogbo kinní yẹn. Ẹ̀tàn ni. Èmi ṣe rí nìyẹn o. Torí pé ìlú tó ń dáa ní US nígbà tí mi wà ní US Babawo. Ọpọlọ wọn ló ń lò.
Yesterday, just as I expected, I came across one of Nigeria's biggest church leaders declaring 100 days of fasting for Nigeria. He said the country will soon experience peace after the church's 100-day fast is over. Now, it will be completely delusional to think that these people do not know that these prayers and fasting absolutely do nothing to improve Nigeria's trajectory. Yet every new year, we start with these prayers for a better Nigeria. So I'm asking this morning, what more do you want God to do for Nigeria? Because if nations across the world were to argue as to who is God's favorite child, Nigeria will undoubtedly be seen as one of God's favorite children. God gave Nigeria everything, way more natural and human resources than most countries on earth. Arable land, no natural disasters, fantastic weather for agriculture, some of the most brilliant minds on earth, a people with the skills to thrive in any part of the world that we have found. God didn't fail Nigeria one bit. Nigerians failed Nigeria. God gave this nation fertile soil, rivers that flow like veins through the heart of the nation. Nigeria is not lacking in blessings that we need to pray for. It is instead drowning in gross mismanagement. So again, what more do you want God to do for Nigeria as you fast for 100 days? What more is God meant to do for our country? To choose your leaders for you? To help you jail your corrupt politicians? To help you properly utilize all the vast resources that He has already blessed us with? There's almost no nation on the continent that should have been at par with Nigeria in development and quality of life for its citizens. If you think about just the wealth we should have from oil alone, take a look at what other countries have done with their own oil wealth. Think of what the Niger Delta alone could look like if we managed our resources better. So stop praying to God to bless Nigeria. He's already blessed us beyond what we could ever imagine. And again, when you are calling on God to save Nigeria, what exactly do you want Him to do? God is not going to run your elections for you. He's not going to run your justice system for you. He will not create a better constitution for Nigeria. All of those things were left for you to handle as Nigerians, the best that you could. But instead, we've allowed the worst to rule over us. We've placed tribe and religion over prosperity as a nation. We've allowed the destruction of our institutions by our fellow citizens. God didn't abandon Nigeria. Nigerians instead have laid our bed this way, and so we must lay on it. Your National Assembly members are singing on your mandate, we shall stand. One state governor cannot read his own budget figures. One state governor paid his children's school fees till graduation and is currently being welcomed home like a hero. Where do you want God to step in here? If your governor can't read his own budget figures, what do you want God to do in a situation like that? Again, we have laid our bed. Let us lie on it. Good morning, Nigerians. Yesterday, just as I expected.
Baba, when you hear that, I know you hear it well. You hear it clear. You hear it high. You hear it high. You hear it. Baba, ẹgbọ́ jù. Ṣẹ́gbọ́n, kí la fẹ́ k'Ọlọ́run ó ṣe? Ẹ jẹ́ kí n mú níbí báyìí. There is no natural disaster in that country. Okay? The natural disaster, the last time I checked, is the one that's been created, man-made natural disaster. For example, stampede. Example, the flood. Because of the dam, they corrupted, they destroy, they spend the money of the dam, and the drainage and all that. The natural disaster, the last time that I checked, the other one is being created by man, is man-made in Nigeria. Natural disaster that they create by poverty, weaponizing poverty against the youth, the upcoming generation of that beautiful country that God has blessed. Like, you know, name it. Name it. What are we fasting for 90 days for, Baba Adeboye? What are we fasting for 90 days for, Baba Kumuyi? What are we fasting for 90 days for, MFM, CAC? Why fasting for 90 days? When God gave us the natural, He gave us the weather, He gave us the good soils, He gave us the good location ever on earth. So, ẹwà máa disturb Ọlọ́run ní ká lọ máa yọ lẹ́nu báyìí, Ọlọ́run ní ká lọ yọ lẹ́nu. Ní àti ìjẹ́rin, òun ni wọ́n ti ń pa iná 12,000 homes were being destroyed in California, LA. 12,000, 11 casualties. You imagine? Tí wọ́n bá ti ń pa iná yẹn lọ, Ọlọ́run kó fọ̀run ká àwọn tó lè sọ lé wọn ni. You can imagine, sir. Let me turn this light on, you can see again. You can imagine. Àwọn tí the house wọ́n ti cancel kí la ti ń pe insurance wọn. Biden ó sọ pé federal government support 100%, but that 100%, at least 50% ẹ lè má dé ọwọ́ àwọn tó yẹ kó dé. We know that. We know how it goes. Understand? Now what I'm saying in essence is this. If you see old people, old men, celebrities were crying, were shedding tears. Tọ́ba ti ń paná yẹn lọ ní báyìí, atẹ́gùn adé mú iná yẹn adé mú bí ìgbà tá a bá sọ pé ọwọ́ kan wá adé mú boom. So if you are listening to me tonight, you think that there is no God. You think that you are wiser than anybody. You are wiser than your creator. You are wiser. You say you are a scientist or whatever. Where is the technology of America? They couldn't even figure it out. Where the winds is coming from. Where is it going to? But they have weather detector, weather. But let me tell you, they couldn't stop that wildfire. And we throw it to somewhere else. The firefighter will be fighting. They will fighting fire here. Another place that happens again. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. We don't have that in Nigeria. All we have is these so-called rulers are called themselves leaders. I saw a news today. I was ashamed of myself. I'm just very close from work right now. Two guys came into my office today, and they showed me. We were discussing about the wildfire that is, I was fed for. I keep calling on my people in area of California to check on them. But the other guy, the second guy of the other guy said, you know what, Tony, what is wrong with you guys? You no, this is how you act to me. It's like you said you are from Nigeria, right? Yes. You know, it first, his body language, I knew there is something going on. I said, what happened? Because what you look at, what it back, I want to ban it. Is there anything wrong in that? Oh, I said no. So what is going on with your president? He got listed. But you saw your president. He said, what is his name? TINUBU. TINUBU. I said, TINUBU, yeah. What happened to him? He said, he became the first top of corrupt leader in the world. It's been listed. I said, are you serious? I said, everywhere they were corrupt. Everywhere they were corrupt. Everybody were corrupt. Everywhere they corrupted all over the world. He now sent me this video. I was ashamed of myself. Allah Bangbo. Ojú tì mí, èmi fún ara mi. Ojú tì mí o.
Our next story is about corruption. This is a global problem. It plagues a number of countries, but some more than others. Among those at the top of the list is Nigeria. Nigeria is Africa's most populous nation. It used to be Africa's biggest economy as well, but it has now slipped to fourth place. This slide is often linked to President Bola TINUBU, his economic policies and his reputation for corruption. TINUBU recently featured on a list, the list of the most corrupt leaders in the world. The winner was former Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. He was followed by Kenya's William Ruto. But TINUBU made the top 5. Now, I must clarify here that these rankings were sourced from the public. There wasn't a scientific formula involved. It was about public perception, and TINUBU is perceived to be extremely corrupt. So is his government. There are a number of reasons for this. Let me show you some of the latest examples, starting with the government. Nigeria has an anti-corruption agency. It is called the EFCC, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. This is Nigeria's watchdog. Its job is to tackle corruption, and technically they are doing that, but at home. Let's show you today's major headline. The EFCC has detained 10 of its own over some missing items. This statement was put out by the agency. You'll notice that they said some operational items could not be accounted for. Okay, that sounds like some missing equipment. But then the Nigerian press dug a little deeper, and it turns out that the operational items were jewelry and cash worth $350,000 to $400,000. What operations were they pulling off with all that jewelry? 10 EFCC officers were detained in Lagos. They are apparently answering questions. That is all that the commission has revealed.
Baba Osebo, EFCC, kí lorúkọ ọmọ Dèzíẹ́nì, 50-something million bí nǹkan dollars, àgbà padà. EFCC, àwọn mẹ́wàá nú wọn, gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó ti gbà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, wọ́n jí góòlù, wọ́n jí gbogbo nǹkan. Wọ́n ṣe ní jí because wọ́n rí wípé àwọn tó wà níwájú gan olè ni wọ́n. Olè ò ní wọ́n. So I was so mad when I'm listening to this, when the guy shared it with me today in the office. What is even wrong with Nigeria? What is even wrong with us? What is our problem? We that in the diaspora, people were so looked down on us like, what kind of rubbish is all this? Everywhere. You're disgracing us from home, from abroad, from wherever, can carry all over the world. And our leaders are not putting themselves together. You can imagine. Yeah? Yaya Bello $500 million with 200 billion. Welcome like him. You can imagine. This is just nonsense. This is bunch of nonsense. In India, there is your own place. Baba wo, So in fact, this is too much. This is too much on us. They need just to put themselves together and they need to devolve power. So that can many times you see, you guys cannot sitting down in Abuja you cannot name them. Okay, look at this what is his name? Yakub or whatever I call his name. Oja they see only one man 120 something billion. Last year election 2027. 20 billion. What is wrong with us?
Told the public who the corrupt officers are. I know it's innocent until proven guilty, but the very same commission usually does not follow this. They happily share the names of under trials, but suddenly the agency is shy about revealing the names of its own officers.
Why?
And this has been quite a bad week for them. They were forced to make another announcement on Monday, telling the people that 27 other officers had been dismissed for fraudulent activities and misconduct. This is not a great look for Nigeria's anti-graft watchdog and definitely not a good look for the TINUBU government.
Don't die that they
is 72 years old. He's been around for a while. He's a seasoned politician. So as you would expect, he has been linked to a number of scandals over the decades. One of the worst involved drug dealing. TINUBU allegedly held money from drug trafficking in his accounts. This was according to the US Justice Department. TINUBU, of course, never accepted the charges, but he did pay out a settlement worth $460,000.
Imagine.
Now, these charges are old. No final verdict was reached. So let's put them aside for now. After all, people can supposedly change. So what has TINUBU been up to recently since he became president? Well, he was caught up in a fake diploma scandal for a while. There were allegedly some errors in his college certificate. Okay, mistakes happen, moving on. Then there was a major scandal involving a highway. TINUBU issued a $13 billion government contract to a company co-owned by his son.
You imagine?
TINUBU is quite the caring father, apparently, but alas, most people do not see it that way. That is why he made it to the top 5 in the Corrupt Person of the Year award.
You imagine?
The perception is quite prevalent, and reports say that he is quite vexed. He's even hired American lobbyists to clean up his image. He's reportedly paying them $2.7 million, though I wonder, is he paying from his own pocket or Nigeria's treasury?
Láti clean the road yẹn kó lè máa wọ US kó lè máa ṣe ẹgbọ́n yìí tán sọ pé sọ ẹgbẹ́ ìjẹ́ kan bá ń clean it. Then you that are trying to do this, they will expose you because all these things they were filing it, they know. Àwọn tó fẹ́ lọ bá yẹn àwọn náà mọ̀ pé àwọn kan tọ́ wọn ọ̀fẹ́ àwọn náà fẹ́ borúkọ ara wọn jẹ́ náà bá gbowó yẹn lọ́wọ́ eventually wọ́n mọ̀ pé wọ́n bá back. You imagine? See why we find ourselves. Nigeria become the first in the whole world to be corrupted. It's the largest African economy. A couple of years ago, now we fell back to 4th position. But look at us. The first in corruption. Alawo, the most corrupted, first citizen of that country. Shithole. The best way to devolve the power, let everyone to go and take care. He's never going to succeed. No, but you can control by parliamentary federalism, true federalism, not this it can work. We that in our diaspora, we were not happy. Those guys was, I was so ashamed today. Like, why am I called myself? Why gone? Shelley. And we have everything in that country. I love the atmosphere of my Yoruba land. I love where I came from. But I don't love the kind of leadership that God gave to us. We were asking for prayer 90 days. For what? What did you want God to do? Adeboye and Co. What did you want God to do? What else do we want from God? Stop disturbing ancient of the day. Stop disturbing King of Glory. The I am that I am, it has nothing to do with this. And that is why I do Aluwo Legba Lai. Owowa, I do Aluwo. They're just deceiving ourselves. You can't pray for demons to become an angel. Never. Never.
So the world cannot heal itself, but whatever you avoid, you can never change. So you must become the answer to your own prayer. Stop asking God to send someone to heal your country. Do you know how long people have been praying for their governments? And their countries are still collapsing? You cannot expect righteousness from an unrighteous person. I mean, that is so simple, but it went right over your head. You know the person is a demon. You pray, oh Lord, please, just help us, Lord. I pray for my government. How could you pray for a demon to be good? The Bible does say, when the righteous are in power, the people rejoice. Not when the demon who you pray to be righteous, pray righteous in power. No, he said when the righteous are in power, the people rejoice. The same verse says, but when the wicked rule, the people groan. I wonder how many countries are groaning. The poor, the oppressed, the widows, the children, the young people are groaning. The people losing their houses and losing their sanity and losing their jobs and their businesses and losing their health and can't even get medical attention because they ain't got no money. They're groaning. He said that's because the wicked are in power. So the world cannot heal itself, but whatever you avoid.
The world can never heal itself. And that is why a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe nǹkan tó tọ́. Tinubu, kò sí béèyàn bá ṣe láyé ẹ̀gbọ́n, ojú tó yọ bọ́jú fọ́, kò sí láyé. Ayé wà fún oníkálukú láti ṣe, láti yí padà. Ẹ̀gbọ́n, tó bá kú òun bẹ̀ tán, And that is why I'm discussing today with those guys. I say, have you ever seen forever champion before? We've seen Legba Empire, Oyo Empire, Benin Empire. We've seen Ethiopia being ruled the world before, and we've seen Germany being empire before. We've seen a Roman Empire before. We've seen a lot of people, strong people all over the world, strong nation. But can that last forever? And that is why I learned a lesson that tó bá jẹ́ pé ikú kì í pààyàn, tí ikú kì í pààyàn, is somebody like me. Àmọ́ tàbí tó jẹ́ pé àwọn kan tó lè rówó ra ikú, tó jẹ́ pé it is how wealthy you are that you can be able to subdue death. Somebody like me would have been a dinner for someone, mostly in Africa. Àwọn politicians máa mú èèyàn, wọ́n máa fi fọ́ọ̀kì mú èèyàn, wọ́n máa jù wọ́n sẹ́nu. Likewise, téèyàn sì ń kú báyìí, you know what they do? Wọ́n sì ń jẹran èèyàn. See, the Amin of Uganda, where is he today? Where is he today? Where is Hitler today? Where is he today? Where is Mobutu? Where is he today? Where is he today? Where is Buhari? Where is Abacha? Where are they? Ẹ̀gbọ́n, mo mọ̀ pé ọkàn ló mọ rí nǹkan tí mò ń sọ, ojú tẹ́ kó síta ti fọ́. Ojú tẹ́ kó síta ẹ kàn fi ríran ni. Ọkàn yín ti fọ́, ojú ọkàn yín ti fọ́. Most of all these rulers, ojú ọkàn wọn ti fọ́, ojú ẹ̀mí wọn ti fọ́. And the worst part of it is that they cannot even eat 3 times meal a day. Ìtẹ́wẹ́ bá jẹ ló máa gbé fún. Gbogbo owó tó kó jọ láyé òfò ní. Ìbéèlì pé ẹ̀ ń kọ́rọ̀ jọ ẹ ò mọ ẹni tó máa ná. Even I myself, gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń ṣe kìlàkìtà tá à ń ṣe ìfẹ́ṣẹ̀lẹ̀ vanity, nonsense, rubbish ní gbogbo ẹ̀. Ọmọ Jimmy Carter lánàá 100 years ó dẹ̀ kú. The most oldest, longest president that ever lived in America. America tẹ̀ ń wò lónìí, ó sì máa dìtà, kò sí. There's not gonna be forever champion, no matter what. No matter what. Africa ti rule àgbáyé rí. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ mi ní ròṣà àtàlẹ́ mú kí yan. Mo ń gbé bàbá olówó gbé wọn lọ sí Central Valley ṣètùtù ni. Èmi ò ń ṣọ̀tá ẹnìkan. Ń ṣọ̀tá pastor, ń ṣọ̀tá àlù, ń ṣọ̀tá. Mo fẹ́, I wish that ẹ̀gbọ́n ojú tó yọ bọ́tò fọ́ succeed. And I want him to succeed. God sees my heart. Whenever I say he's gonna die, I'm like, no, he's not gonna die. I know that he has that political power to do it now. But if he does not do it, he will feel ashamed of himself because Obasanjo now is being rubbish all over the place now with his status. You know, Jonathan made a big mistake. You see, Jonathan is the one that brought somebody like Buhari that destroyed Nigeria before devolve power. Let us develop our space. See the way they were killing our armies. If anybody wants to kill themselves in their domain, let them kill themselves. You can only do what you're gonna do. You know, you can't fix it. You can't fix it because I want to fix you. You can't fix it. You cannot fix it. Tó bá fi gbogbo Nàìjíríà tó bá fi ṣe gold ọ̀nà Nàìjíríà àwọn ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ẹ́ máa wá pé ọmọ lẹ́lẹ̀ ni wọ́n. That name alone is gone. It's gone. It's gone. I'm so ashamed of myself today. You can imagine. You tó jẹ́ pé kìíní wọ́n lọ máa yọ ìkìtìrí drainage wọ́n lọ máa yọ irin ẹ̀ àwọn wo náà ń tà fún ẹ ṣe ṣòfin kẹ́ ẹ stop pé ibikíbi tó bá ti ń ṣe tó ń yọ irin yẹn kẹ́ ẹ kò fòfin gbé wọn ṣé dandan ni ká máa yọ irin tà ní kíní drainage wọ́n máa yọ àwọn èèyàn kó sí kòtò wọ́n á kú dànù bó ṣe kíní iná sílé ẹ wọ́n á yọ bó ṣe kíní ife kíní sílẹ̀ wọ́n á yọ what is wrong with us kíní problem wọ́n ṣe iná tó yẹ kí wọ́n máa fi ṣe kíní wọ́n á yọ náà wọ́n tún yọ iná tó fi iná NEPA wọ́n tún mú kíní ẹ̀ wọ́n tún yọ. I don't just know. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's so sad. So sad. Àwọn ọmọbìnrin wọn ti di dàkúdà. Àwọn kan ní ká lọ máa gbàdúrà 90 days. Ẹ máa lọ máa pray 90 days. Where is can? Ẹ wò lára àwọn ọmọ church náà lélẹ̀.
Bóun ẹ̀ kó lọ church kó ló fẹ́ lọ múyàwó church wo fẹ́ lọ sí club wo fẹ́ lọ múyàwó ọ̀gá àgbàgbé kò fi ibẹ̀ lẹ̀ àwa tó bá church yẹn òun náà ló máa pàdé club akọlọ pàrọ̀ aṣọ ni kó bẹ́ẹ̀ náà oble see you all next year bye. Bóun ẹ̀ kó lọ church kó ló fẹ́ lọ múyàwó church wo fẹ́ lọ sí club wo fẹ́ lọ múyàwó ọ̀gá àgbàgbé kò fi ibẹ̀ lẹ̀ àwa tó bá church yẹn òun náà ló máa pàdé club akọlọ pàrọ̀ aṣọ ni kó bẹ́ẹ̀ náà oble see you all next year bye.
Ẹ mọ nǹkan tó fa gbogbo eléyìí àwọn church leaders àwọn cleric ló kọ̀ sí ẹ̀ because nínú church báyìí náà ti ń tan candle òun náà ti ń gorí òkè fáwọn ọmọ tó ń ṣe yahoo àwọn wọ̀nyí wọ́n lọ club wọn rọ́kọ wọ́n á pààrọ̀ aṣọ wọ́n á lọ sí kinní so gbogbo ẹ̀ ti wá dàrú ó ti dàrú bí ẹsẹ̀ tó lọ kò lójúmọ́ nígbà téèyàn bá sọ pé kéèyàn lọ máa gbà pẹ̀lú bí nàìjíríà ṣe lọ́lá tó lọ́rọ̀ tó ẹ ti gbà àwẹ̀ yìí wọ́n ti bí mi kò dẹ̀ sí changes ọ̀tọ̀ ọmọ ti yín gbogbo yín ẹ̀ ń gbádùn gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ láyé ẹ lè gun jẹ́ẹ̀jẹ́ ẹ lè gun everything ẹ lè gun yáàtì òun náà làwọn ọmọ yẹn ti yàyàkuyà mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́.
bóun ẹ̀ kó lọ church kó ló fẹ́ lọ múyàwó church wo fẹ́ lọ sí club wo fẹ́ lọ múyàwó ọ̀gá àgbàgbé kò fi ibẹ̀ lẹ̀ àwa tó bá church yẹn òun náà ló máa pàdé club akọlọ pàrọ̀ aṣọ ni kó bẹ́ẹ̀ náà oble see you all next year bye.